Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I use the Sidereal Zodiac to predict. And that's the reason there's a difference between the transit positions as per the Western astrology and as per the Sidereal Zodiac, that is the Hindu astrology, the Vedic astrology system. So if you feel that there is a variation, so it's because it is a Sidereal Zodiac. If at all, I say all this because there are new viewers also. I welcome you all to this channel where I do the weeklies also, monthlies also, the horoscopes. And as per the 12 ascendants or the moon signs, whichever resonates more with you, you should hear that way. And this is actually, a live session. I generally do the live sessions and it is very easy for me to interact with you people also towards the end of the video. So in case you want any of the information towards the end, you can just mention in the chat. I will try answering them. And this month of April 2022 is a very happening month because many transits are happening. And as per the true nodes that I use, Rahu Ketu have already changed signs. So that was a big time confusion to many that, why I'm saying 17th of March instead of April month, 12th of April. So it's because that is the mean node and I use the true nodes, true Rahu, true Ketu. I have made a video where I have clarified as to what is the difference between the two of them. I will be pinning that down in the description box, and please bear with me if the timestamps are delayed because this is a live session, so it takes time to upload. So please bear with me if it is a delayed process. So in this month, we have major planets changing signs. And Saturn, whenever changes sign, it happens after 30 years. And every 2.5 months, 2.5 years, it transits through a next zodiac sign, but it comes back to its own spot after 30 years. So that is why there are cycles of Saturn, which actually represent the major aspects of our life. 30 years, 60 years, if you will see, major things happen in our lives. And Jupiter transits through the whole zodiac after 12 years, comes to the same spot after 12 years, and every 12 months changes signs. Rahu Ketu 18 months and the whole zodiac 18 years. So many planets are changing signs. So that means there is something major that we are heading to, something very important for you on personal level also and globally also. Saturn was in its own zone in Capricorn since January 2020. So Saturn being at its own residence, I would say its own home, made us sit in our houses as well. And thankfully, this Saturn is coming out of Capricorn this month, though it is going to be towards the end of the month, 29th of April, but it is going to happen. And once it leaves the zone, it's going to be in the Mool Trikona sign of Saturn, that is Aquarius. Again, its own zone, but it's an airy energy. You can breathe rather than the earthy energy of Capricorn. A lot of difference. Mars is also going to be changing signs. From the 7th till the 29th, they are not going to be together, Saturn and Mars, for a change, but yes, they are going to be coming together after the 29th of April when Saturn transits through Aquarius again, but there will be a lot of difference in degrees because Saturn will be moving backwards in the retrograde motion on the 12th of July and will be coming back to the Capricorn sign, which is called the demotion of a planet. And thankfully, Jupiter is also leaving Aquarius sign and is going to be entering its own zone after 12 years, that is Pisces. I've made the video on Dr. Arjun Pai's channel. Please go back and watch that video as well. It's an elaborate video. I hope you all like it. And Rahu Ketu transit video also is done. So please do watch that video as well. From time to time, I do the weeklies and I club all the transit positions of the rest of the planets. So do watch the weeklies. The initial summary part, I explain as to what exactly is happening, as I'm explaining right now, what exactly is happening in the sky with all the transit positions. I hope you all can hear me. Okay. So you see, when there are certain planetary positions which are happening in the sky, one must make sure to use these transits to the maximum, because there can be that, the wheel of the time is upside down, and it can be going up also for some. If you have been facing a lot of, anxiety issues, problems in all spheres of life, so this is a breather, I would say. It's a good time. And if at all you were feeling that things were okay, not that bad, so this is going to be maybe an improving phase for you, towards better, or it can be little problematic phase, or it can minimize the good impact. So obviously the wheel of time is, sometimes up, sometimes down, so we have to accept. So be prepared for the transit positions, because Jupiter is going to be in Pisces. Venus is also going to be in Pisces this month on the 27th. And then we have Mercury changing 2 signs. It's going to be jumpy ride for Mercury, because it's going to be in Aries, and then will be moving into Taurus. And so is Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be changing signs. Sun is going to be changing signs. I'll be sharing in through the pictorial form also, so that you can get the clarity as to what all planets are changing signs, so that you are very, when there are pictures put, it becomes easy to remember also, because I will be speaking, you will not be able to register. That's why I use the pictorial form. And pictorial form for me is the representation of, graphical representation of the horoscope itself, because I'm an astrologer. I must show you the horoscope. That's what I am here for. So if you don't understand that, I'm so sorry about that if you are a non-astrological background. So I explain the transit positions also, and in a very simple manner, I explain as to where the planets are transiting and what is the impact on the personal level. So when on the global level, we see this month is going to be having many changes, positive also, negative also. But at this time, when we need a breather, we are heading to an eclipses also. On the 30th of April, we have a first eclipse, and then next month we have another one on the 15th, 16th. I will be definitely making a separate video, because this is a very important one, because it's on the natural zodiac, that is Aries Libra axis. So it is going to be again very important in Bharani Nakshatra. So we have to see the Venus's position at that time. And also Saturn is going to be moving back and forth, which is again a very important one. Let me share the screen and show you as to what exactly is happening in the sky. So please bear with me in case you are not able to see the screen immediately. Live sessions. Okay, let me try. I hope you can see the screen now. Okay, it got shared, and then I'm so sorry about this. Okay, so you see, firstly, I'm talking about, one sec. Firstly, Mars will be changing signs on the 7th of April. It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so from the 7th of April to the 17th of May, Mars is going to be in Aquarius sign. And then we have, when Mars was in Capricorn, so the things were, quite, there was a persistent energy. You were doing things. They were you were more reliable. You were more into, there was a lot of energy to do things, because it was Aruchaka yoga also for many, for the babies born during this time. So it is quite a you become very rigid in Capricorn sign, but you become a little flexible when Mars is going to be in the Aquarius sign. So this is going to give you some expression of, the approach is towards intellectually inclined, and you're going to be having a detached perspective. You're going to be very inclined to do things. You're very cooperative. You're going to be very positive also with Mars in the Aries sign, which is Aquarius sign, because this is the, Mars rules the first house in the natural zodiac. So it is the 11th house transit. So it's a very positive one. Fulfillment of desires is quite likely for everyone. And then we have Mercury transiting through. Mercury is going to be changing 2 signs this month, and it is going to be first in the sign of Pisces till the 8th of April, and Aries from 8th of April to 25th of April, and then moves into the sign of sorry. Let's not share the screen. There's some glitch which is happening. I don't know what happened. Sorry about this. I hope it is shared. So Mercury is going to be changing 2 signs from Pisces to Aries, and from Aries to Taurus. So this is a very important transit again, because there are it's said that when Mercury is in the sign of Pisces, your thinking process is more towards intuition, imagination. You are more conscious about raising more information. But when it is going to be in the sign of Aries, you're going to be very verbalizing. You will be pioneering things. You will be very bold and assertive in your speech. You will be talking something which really is essential, not and to the point. Your mental competitiveness and quickness will be very straightforward also. And you're going to be doing things which are uncomplicated. You will uncomplicate the things. Then Mercury from the 25th April to the 2nd of July is going to be entering Taurus sign. So here it is going to be more an earthy and a grounded energy. You're going to be using your common sense. You're going to be communicating in a way where people understand you better. And also there are, you have that communication skills and investments mindset. You have that clarity now. Also, Sun will be changing signs on the Jupiter will be changing sign. First, let me show you the Jupiter transit. Jupiter will be changing signs and will be transiting through Pisces sign. And Jupiter in the sign of it was in Aquarius earlier, so that this was the time where there were limitations to whatever you were doing, but there was an unconventional approach to doing new things. But you were very philosophical. You have been doing, the religious outlook is enhanced when Jupiter is in Aquarius sign. But when it enters the Pisces sign, that's a mutable watery sign. So this becomes that your philosophical ideals, your belief system, your spiritual levels are going to be expansive. You're less inclined towards the materialistic realms. So this is applicable to one and all. On a global level, people are going to feel quite energetic and positive because it's its own zone after all. Jupiter is going to be feeling quite spiritual and holistic, philosophical during this time. Also, Venus is going to be entering the sign of it is going to be in Aquarius sign from the till the 27th of April. So the whole month it's going to be in the Aquarius sign, and then will be entering the Pisces sign from the 27th of April till the 23rd of May. So when Venus is in the Aquarius sign, the approach towards relationship is very unconventional and very superficial. It is not going to be that you're very serious and faithful. Also, I would not say very faithful or unfaithful, but it is like there is that seriousness that Venus had in the Capricorn sign, that is going to be actually averted, and it is going to be more towards freedom of expression, more you're thinking about people in a very different perspective. You're now very open to things, rather than just you want freedom. At the same time, you don't want people to be hounding, and in relationship you want to experiment, indulge physically, emotionally, both, and then want to settle down. And of course, Venus will be transiting through Pisces sign from the 27th of April, and then it's going to be exalted. And here, Venus is in Pisces sign. Venus minus lust is equals to Jupiter. So it becomes like Jupiter. So you're going to be very affectionate, you're going to be emotional, you're going to be embracing love and everyone, whosoever is around you. So the energies are towards actually, in a deeper level, and the love and relationship blossom that way. Okay. And we do have Sun also transiting through Aries sign. Not to forget that he's going to be also, see, Sun is exalted, Venus is exalted, and when Moon also gets exalted, so it is Akshaya Tritiya. So that is what we will be heading to, of course, also. So when Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries, first, it will be in the Pisces sign, half of the month, 15th of March till the 14th of April. So when Sun is in Pisces sign, so this is going to be like, less motivated. You feel quite less motivated. What will be, what will not be. Your attitude is like, how we can be more devoted to people, how we can, just do things which are more towards wisdom and imagination, dreaming. Sun is not that kind of a planet. Sun wants to reign. So Sun is, and whenever Pisces and Aries energy is there, it's a Gandanta also for all the planets. So when planets are changing rapidly, these signs, so it is like a very powerful energy which is actually building up. So this Sun feels less motivated in the watery sign, and is also going to be in Gandanta zone, and then suddenly gains the energy. So this is the time when you will be passive and become very active once Sun enters the Aries sign. So you all will be feeling that there is a lot of impulsive energy, there is pioneering energy, there is something which you want to actually uncomplicate in relationship. You are working through bigger things. Authorities are going to get a lot of power, a lot of energies, and a lot of enthusiasm to do things. So when Sun is in Aries, it's going to be really very, very positive. And then we have Saturn transiting through Aquarius sign. I've made the video. Please go back and watch that video as well. Saturn in Aquarius sign is like, the objectives of life are set. You will actually stick on to them. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be very impartial also. You're going to be very practical also at the same time. So this energy is going to be very, very powerful energy to do things in a group, not confining yourself. You are going to be in a teamwork that is going to be very essential. You must focus on teamwork, bring out leaders out of leaders. And if at all you're having any kind of fears, any kind of complications in relationship, so this Saturn is going to give you that kind of energies to uncomplicate things. You have that, and overcome your fears also. So this is definitely going to be a very positive transit for one and all. Okay. So this is what the planetary positions are. And there are, on the first, as I'm making this video, we have started with the Chaitra Paksha, Chaitra Shukla Paksha Pratipada, and which started at 11:53 a.m. Delhi, India time. And, Chaitra Mas is a very important one, because, we have New Year, Hindu New Year. Chaitra Shukla Paksh Pratipada is really an important, important month, and it is actually it marks the the beginning of everything new, because Lord Brahma actually created the universe on this day. So it has to be a very beautiful year. And then we have a cabinet which is decided on the basis of where sun and moon are together. And, it's the last sign after all when there is a new moon. So that is how we decide on which day this is Pratipada. So the Pratipada is ending on the Saturday. So the Saturn becomes the lord of the year. Then we have Jupiter as the minister. So there is a proper calculation where we decide how the the cabinet is. So that is why in Jupiter video I have mentioned that Jupiter is losing its potency to give the good results, because Saturn is going to be aspecting most of the year after 12th of July, this Jupiter in the Pisces sign. So we do have this Pratipada. We call it by many names. We call it by Gudi Padwa also, which is again the new year. And this is when the universe was created, as I said, and it is also like the commencement of the new era. So whatever you want to initiate, you should be doing during this time. It's going to be a long video, so please bear with me. It's a lot of information that is there in this video. And also this is called, in Maharashtra, Gudi Padwa, Yugadi in Karnataka, then other parts, we celebrate Baisakhi. Then we have New Barsha, in Bengali. Then we have Bihu. Then we have Puthandu in Tamil Nadu, Vishu in Kerala. So all these are the names, and everywhere they celebrate it, So we must prepare sweets, we must distribute, we must donate to people who are, underprivileged. So that is what is very important during this time. Also, we have to check the moon's position this month. Moon is going to be in Aries sign with Rahu on April 2nd to April 4th. So this is the time when, there will be some, confusion, insecurity, and indecisiveness in making decisions for one and all, because it is going to be somewhere in your chart. So these are the dates which you have to be a little extra careful about when moon is with Rahu in Aries, and there's a new moon. It's sort of a transition phase. In Libra from April 16th to 18th, then Scorpio, where it debilitates 18th to 20th. So these are the times when you have to be more sensitive towards people. You have maybe, you revisit your bad memories during this time. So you have to prepare yourself. Donate something in whites, something in white rice, or you can flour, or, you can just flour, obviously wheat flour. You can donate that, or some white clothes, curd, milk. You can donate all these things to gain that kind of gravity, because you're very fickle excuse me, and you can make some wrong decisions also. So that's the reason you should always make sure that you are going to be more expressive in a very sensitive manner. Don't hurt anybody. Also, there is a combination where this now Jupiter is going to be aspecting after the 13th of April Scorpio sign, where moon debilitates. So this is also a very positive time, because this is going to be minimizing the impact of moon in its debilitation sign. So that is something which is, and Jupiter is going to be looking at moon's house also, which is ruled by moon, that is Cancer. So these three houses are going to, the watery houses, the watery signs are going to get active. So this moon is going to get that momentum, that courage, that mind is going to be getting stronger, the self-confidence that is going to be building up. You are looking for individuality, and you will get it also. It is applicable for one and all. And we have, full moon on the 16th and the 17th. From 16th April 2:25 a.m. to 12:24 a.m. is the Delhi, India time, I'm telling you. And eclipses at 16 degrees 25 minutes, that is the Bharani Nakshatra. So that becomes the Akrant Nakshatra. And it is going to be in the Aries and Libra axis. All right. So this is what is, so Sun's exaltation is going to get minimized because of that. Sun is very happy in Aries, okay, but Rahu is seated there. Rahu is the king, I feel, of the, I call Rahu the king of the zodiac. Why? Because Rahu eclipses the king, that is Sun. So it becomes the most powerful planet in its own, it's like, can you see Rahu and Ketu? They are in Aries and Libra axis. And at the time, when this eclipse happens, Saturn is not going to be in the Kendra and it's going to be in the Aquarius sign. So there is a lot of transitional energy, which we can anticipate. And I think we all should be well prepared for it and be receptive to it also, because it is going to be very positive at the same time. We cannot just write it off, completely that, no, this time is not good. Or it is completely, amazing because of Jupiter's transiting through its own zone. So Saturn is going to be in its own zone. Jupiter is going to be in its own zone. Venus is going to be exalted. Rahu, Ketu are in Aries, Libra axis. And Mercury is going to be obviously jumpy. And Mars is also going to be in Aquarius sign. So many changes which are happening this month. So let's not waste more time of yours, and let's jump into the predictive. So I will be taking up Aries first, and I will be giving you the dates also through the towards the end. So please make a note of that. In case you're having some kind of, if you have to decide you have to make major decisions, I think you should be sticking on to the dates. They are very, very helpful. All right. So let's start with Aries first. So let me share the screen with you all. Okay. So for Aries natives, you have a Rahu over your first house and Ketu over your seventh. Please go back and watch the video on Rahu Ketu transit. I have made an elaborate video. But yes, this is the time when you will be having a lot of confusion maybe, or maybe there are certain changes that you can anticipate. Till the time Mars is in the Kendra, Saturn is in the Kendra, there is a lot of strength that you have, I would say, because, your Lagnesh is in the 10th house, and this is going to give you some major changes at the workplace. You can be more stimulated professionally, and dynamism is there. And also there can be that you are going to be having some changes and possibilities of starting business. In case you want to do it, you should be doing it during this till the time Mars is in the 10th house. Though Mars in the 11th house is also not bad. It is going to be transiting through from the 8th of Mars is going to be from the 7th of April till the 17th of May in your 11th house. So this will give you some attraction to humanitarian causes and to the working through the team. Like you have to fulfill your desires at this time, your goals, your objectives. In case you have a position that you're holding, coordinate everything very well. Be more meticulous, be more productive. Utilize this time because there is a lot of energy that you have. And from the 11th house, it is going to be looking at your second house as well. So that is also one of the reasons it is going to enhance your financials. Don't be in, in case you have anything revolutionary on your mind, this is the time to activate it. Okay, overthrow your official powers, your strength that you have, and you use it to make it better. And also there are a lot of changes happening this month. You have Mercury also changing signs. You have excuse me, Mercury also changing signs. You have Sun changing signs. You have Jupiter changing signs, Venus changing signs, though it is going to be towards the end more. So the whole month long, you have a lot of power to decide about your love life, about your relationships. You can figure it out how you can be more involved in your relationship, because your partner is getting detached from you, because Ketu has just transited through the 7th house of yours as per the true nodes. So now I'm giving you few dates that you have to be taking care of in case you have to decide about your love, relationships, sexual urges. That is on the 1st and the 2nd. You can have, on the 1st and the 2nd, this is going to be desire fulfillment, romantic relationship. You're going to be very sensitive about your romance, and there can be certain sexual lot of sexual energy also, and can lead to frustration as well for some. There can be some jealousies, there can be some frustrations that you have to deal with on the first and the second, especially in case you are going to be getting into any kind of sports activity. It will be good for you. If you want to deal with children, this is the time to handle them well. Also, on the third, from the 3rd to the 7th, this is the time when you will be more inclined towards workout, exercising, improving your health. In case you have any kind of interaction with your relatives, it might just turn very heaty. So be careful. There can be some fever, injuries, inflammation, nervous tension. So just make a note of this, because it's going to be giving you some results which are modifying your Mars's position in your Aquarius sign. It's going to be entering that. So it's a transitional phase. So you have to be a little extra cautious about that. Maybe, you're not eating right. So you will be actually working through that as well. From the 8th till the 12th, till the 11th, I would say, from the 8th till the 11th, this is the time when you will be getting into a relationship, or there is some partnership business that you're involved with, or you are going to be more involved in your marriage life. There can be some arguments that you have to handle, you have to deal with. So do not be too aggressive. Don't be too argumentative during these days. Do write in the comment section if at all something did match up. It'll be really great. And also it is going to be from the 12th till the 15th. This is the time when you will be having some expenditures. Also, it can lead to some kind of impulses, conflicts of ego. There can be certain negotiations in relationships, some contracts that you will be going through. You will be signing, or you can be very impatient also during this time. And there can be some sexual relationships you'll be getting involved in. Especially from these dates, it could be any of these dates. So you have to see which one is working. And also there is a likelihood that, you are quite charged up, with or maybe, you're working through your transformational energies. There are certain energies that you are feeling already, the latent, some latent energies that you are getting involved with. So that is something which is going to be giving you some extra working through those areas where you can expand yourself, you can learn more deeply, enhance your knowledge. And a relationship, maybe, you will be getting involved in a relationship on a higher plane, rather than just, sticking on to a superficial thing. From the 16th till the 20th, this is the time when you will be getting involved in some trip, some adventure trip you are taking. You're going to be traveling, maybe, and that is also to a place where you are going to learn some new adventures, maybe some adventure trip you're going to be on. So you can just decide about whatever you wish to, but be careful. There can be some accident or some small, injury can happen. So don't be too adventurous, that don't go overboard. In case you want to get involved in some political institutions, education, religious activity, if you want to do, you can do it during this time as well. And there can be some confusion also, where to go, what to do. You plan your tickets and you book your tickets and something else happens. So that is also quite likely. And you will be actually, meeting some foreigners also. So this is, which is from the 16th to the 20th, 21st till the 24th. 21st till the 24th is the time when you will be having some professional changes, career changes, or maybe some aggression at the place of work. Maybe you can have some kind of, tiff with somebody. You can have some kind of complications in your relationship at the place of work. You can be too much of too aggressive and too expressive also. So, and you require a lot of physical effort to do the things. It is quite possible. So in case you are thinking of changing any kind of career or possibility of starting a business, so you should actually look into it carefully, because there is a likelihood that you will be getting involved with these kind of areas when you are, or maybe with your bosses or seniors, you're going to be getting appreciated, either or maybe you will be not, or maybe there will be an argument that you can get into. So just avoid these dates when you are having these kind of complications. But the energy levels are high, finishing of the task, foreign collaborations, all that is on cards from the 21st to the 24th. 25th also we can take, maybe you'll be going in for some investments also. 26th till the 29th, this is the time when you will be getting involved in your investments, some groups, some activities, friend circle. You're going to be having some arguments with your friends. Avoid. But yeah, this is a good time to go in for some party, some arrangement where you meet your people. You are going to be fulfilling your desires, some kind of productive activities you're going to be doing, and it is also going to be giving you some revolutionary changes within. So maybe you will produce something, you will discover something, you will innovate something new. You're going to be very creative at this time. So enjoy that. 30th, that's the last day. So that is when you will be having some psychological impulses, some subconscious motivations. You're going to be quite involved in a seclusion and doing some activities which you are going to be working through in seclusion and isolation. You want to maintain that social distancing. So that is something which is going to happen by the end of the month. Okay, so these are the transit positions. I just want to quickly give you the the time when you can go in for the investments. So that will be good. And relationship, I will cover the relationship also. So for investment, I would suggest 5th, 6th, good date. Then 10th, 11th. 10th, 11th is a good date. 15th, 16th investments is a good date. And not 19th, no. Then you can take 25th, 26th, 27th. Good dates. 28th, 29th, 30th. These are all good dates. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. These are good dates. Now coming to the relationship. So for relationship, if you want to initiate any kind of relationship, that will be good on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 3rd. Okay. Rest of the dates you have to avoid for any kind initiation of any kind of relationship. Okay. So avoid. For relationship, 11th, 12th, very good, positive. 14th, 15th, 16th, positive. For relationship, in case you want to initiate a relationship, or if you want to get involved with somebody, that is also very positive. 19th, 20th, 21st. These are also good dates. And 28th, 29th, 30th. You will be very emotional on these dates, with your partner, or maybe, with your family. So there can be some family reunion also that can happen. Okay. So let's start with the Taurus reading. Let's move on to Taurus. Okay, for Aries, let me just quickly give you remedies because, Aquarius sign is going to get activated. So you do one thing, donate something black in color and do Hanuman Chalisa. I always say that donate something black in color on a Tuesday and a Saturday, either or, Tuesday or Saturday, if you can. Okay, so that will be really helpful. And if you can go to an old age home where you can serve a meal, so that will also be good. An old age home or an orphanage also will be fine. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, Venus is going to be changing signs this month, and it is going to be transiting through the Aquarius sign first. It is going to be in Aquarius from 31st March. It has already transited till the 27th of April. So the whole month long, Venus is going to be in Aquarius sign. And from 27th of April till the 23rd of May, it is going to be exalted. So right now it is an Arohi Graha. Venus is pretty happy here. And Venus will also be giving very good results in the 11th house. So to start with, yes, it is going to be your Lagnesh is going to be in your Kendra. So whenever there are positive grahas in the Kendra, it actually gives the happiness quotient increases automatically. Things start working through. Saturn, being the luck lord, is in the luck house. So you have whatever said and done, Taurus people, if at all have been going through, because of Rahu Ketu axis active, the luck has been by your side. Towards the end, you feel that everything is falling in place. What you have been putting a lot of effort, nothing was working, but gradually things improved. Rahu Ketu, the moment they are moving backwards and they shifted, things started to get better. And also Venus transition from the ninth house from past 2-3 days when I'm making this video, the initial part of the April month. So you have started to feel better now in relationship, in love, in your how you have been presenting yourself in public. So that confidence level is now regaining. Gradually obstacles will also the hurdles in relationship will also get better. At the workplace also, the culture will change, your mindset will change. Some positive and harmonious and pleasant relationship and atmosphere will become towards positive as well, and there's progress that we can anticipate now. Okay, being a Yogakara Graha, Saturn is well positioned. It's going to be transiting out of your 9th house and will be transiting your 10th, which is again very positive for you. It is going to give your luck enhancement at the place of work. Work will increase undoubtedly, but things are gradually getting better. Also, your Mars is going to be entering Aquarius sign, and that is also very positive. Mars is going to be in Aquarius sign from the 7th of April to the 17th of May. So again, that is also going to be building a lot of, at the workplace, you're going to be quite energetic, charged up. See, the karma house is 10th house. So when things are moving in, with the Mars and Saturn combination and, all these planets, which are energetic planets, they are malefic, but they give us energy to do things. So in the Kendra, they become very strong. They become powerful. So at the place of work, it's Digbali also. Mars is Digbala also. So this is going to be very positive for you. Jupiter is also going to be changing signs, and that's on 13th. Sun is going to change signs. It's going to get exalted, though it's going to be in the 12th house. So the energies are pretty towards the end of cycle. So you have to complete everything. There is a lot of work to do. Foreign collaborations will take place this month. So a lot of energy towards the visible half of yours. That is during the daytime, because these planets are in the visible half. So you will be too much into social life. You will be too much outwardly. You are going to be working through things which were latent. Now you have that kind of energy to do things. You're getting that power also. That willpower is getting stronger, which is very positive again. So I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note and just do things which are going to be favorable for you. Okay, just make a note I'll start with your relationship in case you have to go in for any kind of new relationship, anything which is leading to growth in relationship. So you should be making a note of these. So when on the first, I'll tell you all the dates. So make a note. First, second, third. First, second, third is the time when you will be having a lot of energy towards work, towards financials. You will have to you have to maintain a cordial relationship at the workplace, and you should focus more on the health, or you will be focusing more on the health. It is good time to improve your working conditions. You can ask for a salary raise also, maybe they will give you. And women will play a very significant role at the place of work. Respect them. Maintain your hygiene, maintain the unclutter the environment around you. You will be feeling quite motivated at work also. Don't feel that because Ketu is also there in your sixth house, so this will give you lack of motivation, laziness. So that you have to actually work through with this kind of a transition which is happening. Okay. Now from the 4th till the 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th, this is the time when you will be getting involved in your business, in relationship. You're going to be pretty charged up. You will enjoy the company of people. You will have intimate relationship, maybe with your partner or with somebody for the time being. And if you have any kind of problems with someone, this is the time to reconcile. You can go ahead with this. And also, this is an excellent time for getting into any kind of new business or business partnership, or marriage-like relationship. In case you wish to, you should be going ahead with that. Also, there is probability that you are going to be socially very active, and there is you can be a social butterfly during this time. So 7th, 8th, 9th is the time when you have to be very cautious in your work, in your relationship. Expenditures can rise, and you should be more careful about scandals. You have to lie low during this time. Your artistic bent of mind is at its peak. Maybe you will be painting, you'll be singing, you'll be joining some classes during this time. You will connect to those kinds of activities. Maybe, you're going to be into occult astrology, taking a reading from an astrologer. That is also quite likely. So the dates I'm mentioning, you should make a note of that. And they can be that you are going to be very a change of vehicle is possible. You want to get into any kind of purchasing of property. That is also quite likely. 10th, 11th, 12th. This is 10th, 11th, 12th is the time when you will be having the inclination towards doing things which gives you satisfaction, learning new things, activities. Or maybe you're going to be enjoying travel with your partner. You're going to be quite cultural, educational, religious activities you might be performing. Maybe you're chanting too many mantras during this time. For you, actually, the mantra that I would suggest is Saraswati chant. So you can do that, or you can do the Venus's Beej mantra that I have mentioned in the Jupiter's video. Please go back and watch that as well. We do have, you can take a vacation during this time. 10th, 11th, 12th is you can take a break, and you can be maybe, you will be handling many things during this time. You will get a lot of opportunities and you will be utilizing it. So open up to the world. From the 13th, 14th, 15th. 13th, 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having some interaction with the people at the place of work. Okay, you will be interacting more with the foreigners, or you will actually be you could be with someone older, and maybe you will be who serves you as a guide, who will serve as a guide to you in your life, who can help you progress in the life. You're feeling directionless, you will get that kind of direction. There are certain obstacles which you will be able to overcome during this time as well. There can be falling in love, that is also possible. And also there is some probability that your authorities are going to be very, very helpful. Okay, they are supportive of you. 16th, 17th, 18th. This is the time when you will meet somebody in a get together. Somebody you will, or maybe your ex comes back to your life. So be prepared for all these things. Also, there can be that you gift something to your friend, or you receive some gifts on this day. Or you will be serving somebody during this time. If you are not, you should donate, you should serve, you should, maybe consider your friends, maybe in your life as a helping hand to them, or they will be supportive of you. There is a likelihood that you are going to be opting for music, dance, drama, entertainment, business, during this time. And you will be more participation, the more of the participation towards social means. So enjoy. That is going to happen on the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you will be having some understanding towards compassion. Compassion, you'll be more compassionate towards others. This is also the time to be more aware about the harmonies of nature. They can be that you're very romantic, but there are certain secret commitments in your life. Okay, there could be commercial activities behind the scenes, or there can be some educational institutions that would be favored. You would be actually getting involved in some work which is like, or maybe some activities which is to yourself. You're not towards the world. Okay, you're to yourself. You're too much into your self gratification. You want to understand yourself. There can be some confusion that can happen in the environment you are involved with. So be careful about these things. Otherwise, these are pretty good times for you. Also for investments, did I cover this? Okay, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. This is the time when you will be having some kind of inclination towards doing things again, getting into relationships, starting off any kind of romance, starting off any kind of relationship, desire fulfillment, initiation that you will be taking in your social and romantic life. There are certain activities you'll be interested in. You're going to be more towards art, music, drama, showbiz, expression. Your expression is too much inclined towards others, and you're going to be very creative. So that is like you are initiating something new, something, if you want to go in for investments, this is also a very good time. Take advice of people around you who are helpful, who are actually maybe, somebody who is very much into, who's an expert. So take the help of them and then go ahead with it. Okay. So just don't make decisions in impulse. That's something which you should avoid. Your main objective now is to make peace with others. So follow that. 25th, 26th, 27th. Yeah, this is the time when you will be having a little bit of, seclusion and maybe some losses in your financials. You might not be able to carry forward the financials, and you're not able to think about your financials well. So this is the time when you should take advice from your people around you. You should take help of your people who are quite intelligent, or I would say wise, and just make the best use of your comforts that you have, some kind of privileges that you have. So use those and make the best, make it the best out of it. Okay, there will be some emotional satisfaction that you will be going through, and there are certain this strong desire for comforts also. So maybe you will be a little lazy, you will eat something extra, overeating. So that is something you have to avoid. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. This is the time when you will be traveling. Maybe you will be meeting more, some new connections. Also, it can lead to your getting along very well with your neighbors, your siblings, your friends, your co-workers. They are going to be quite helpful to you. So make the best use of this time, I would suggest, because this 28th to the 30th is a very positive time for communication with people. You're not going to be in isolation. You're not going to be confining yourself. Your creative ideas are going to be very well accepted. So if you want to express yourself, this is the time that you should be more graceful and more diplomatic also. This is going to be positive for you. On a deeper plane, this is also the time when you will fall in love. Maybe, you will be quite much involved in that. That is quite likely. Okay. So you have to take care of the eclipses which are happening, which is in your 12th house. So this will lead to some isolation, some kind of travels which are little cumbersome, so avoid 30th especially. And if you want to go in for investments, I'm giving you these dates. You should just do it only on these dates. 7th, 8th, very good time. In fact, yeah, 7th, 8th is good. 7th, 8th, not 9th. Then you can do it on the 14th, 15th. You can invest if you want to. Then you can go in for the investments on the 26th, 27th. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30th. These are positive dates. Don't get aggressive on these dates with with the people around you. Avoid. That is on the 16th to the 16th, 17th, 18th. There can be that you are very irritated, and you're quite charged up with negative energy, jealousies, possessiveness. Avoid. There can be some confusion also in relationships, so avoid this time. I think rest of the planetary positions seem good. Take care of the eclipses time. Okay, so let's move on to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, your Mercury, being the ruler, is going to be transiting through, to start with, it's going to be in Pisces, then Aries, then Taurus. So there is a lot of jumpy ride of this Mercury, from in Pisces till 8th of April, it's going to be in the 10th house of yours. Then 8th to the 25th, it's going to be in Aries, and 25th April to the 2nd of July, long transit, because it's going to be getting retrograde also. So 25th of April till the 7th of July is going to be in the Taurus sign. So long way to go. And Sun is also going to be leaving your 10th house, will be transiting your 11th. Jupiter is going to be leaving your 9th and transiting 10th house. Saturn from the 8th is going to be leaving and going to be in the 9th house. So you have lot many planets in the visible half, and this is going to give you a lot of energy and socializing, doing things away from home. This is something which is going to be the highlight of the month. So you, if at all you have to do any kind of initiation of any kind of business, work, profession, this is a very positive one till the time, at least, when Mercury is in your 10th and the 11th houses. So this is going to be positive for sure. But be careful when Mercury is leaving the zone and is going to be in your 12th house zone. So when Mercury is in your 10th house, it is going to be giving you a lot of energy towards professional professional growth, correspondence, short business trips, or maybe there are some communications with the seniors and the bosses. I'll give you the dates a little later, and then you will be more involved in your media connections and political and professional activities that will be on the rise. Sun and Moon are also going to be there. Like there are so many things happening this month. New moons, full moons, and then eclipses also happening. Though it is Mercury is not going. I think Mercury is not going to be part of it, because Mercury is going to be out of that zone, thankfully. So here, to start with, Mercury is going to be in your 10th house, and there's a possibility that there is progress in profession. It can lead to arguments with your superiors and professionals, so just avoid. That's the whole transit I'm talking about. Then Mercury will be in your 11th house. So when it is in the 11th house, you will be more willing to learn from people. You should learn from people more. You should move around in your friends, in the groups, in the organizations where you can have a lot of cooperation from others. There are conversations with brothers, neighbors, friends during this time also. And in the 11th house, there can be that you are going to be very intuitive. There are certain ideas that you'll be getting, and there is a lot of work on technology. You will be focusing more on being, there can be some unrealistic ideas, because Rahu's energy is also there, not to forget. So that is something that you have to be little extra careful about with this Mercury in the 11th house transit. Then Mercury will be transiting through your 12th house because it's your Lagnesh after all. So we have to discuss Mercury's transit into the different houses. So when Mercury is in your 12th house, so this is the time to restrict your communication with people. You can be quite secluded. You don't want to be with people. You don't want to talk to people much. And it can also lead to communication towards with the foreigners. Maybe you're interacting more with the foreigners. You're inclined towards doing things which lead to growth in the foreign lands. Education in the foreign lands also is quite likely. Okay, so I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note of these dates. They are going to help you if at all you have to make any major decisions regarding your investments. So the best would be, if you want to go in for some investments, you should be doing it only on the first. First is already gone, so avoid second, third, don't. Fourth, fifth, also there can be some wrong decisions that you can make. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th also I would include are good dates for going in for investments. When you're doing it on the 9th and the 10th, be careful about you take the advice of the and help of the experts. Definitely you can go ahead, but you can go ahead with it also. 12th, 13th, 12th, 13th would be little confused state of mind. You want, or maybe you will chant some mantras on this day to get that clarity, or maybe you will be seeking some divine help, because it is going to lead to some changes in your life, major changes in your life. Your curiosity, intellectual self-confidence, and self-expression, these are going to be pretty heightened during this time. Your neighbors, your friends, your co-workers, they're going to be actually giving you all sorts of support that you are looking at. So you are going to be getting more spiritually inclined, and there are going to be external forces which are going to be helping you also. You might just go in for some lecturing, teaching, or studying during these dates. So make a note. Also on the 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having some kind of inclination towards making financials. You're going to be working through your financials. You're going to be inclined towards family members. You're going to be very emotionally attached. You being a logical person, maybe you're going to be making some decisions regarding your family. You're going to be having some commercial agreements. If you have to do it on these dates, this is definitely going to be positive and favorable. Some health reasons can come up and you have to travel, or maybe you're going to be spending a lot of money on these dates. So just avoid especially on the 14th and the 15th. 16th, 17th is the time when you will be having some important decisions which actually require some formulation of the plans of future. This is also very good. These 2 dates are very good dates for studying, lecturing others, or teaching others. Different types of communication, maybe writing, emailing, texting, all that is also going to be happening left, right, and center on this day. There is a mental flexibility that is required. You can't be too much to yourself or too much rigid. So change your approach during this time. Also on the 17th and the 18th, this is the time when you will be having 17th, 18th is the time when you will be having some inclination towards home front. You will be focusing more on, or you will have some guests at home. You're going to be actually spending a lot of time at home. So this is good for you. Some movement is also visible in case you have some kind of connection from the past. X comes back to your life, so you are going to be having that kind of conversation with them. there are some discussions, heated arguments also can take place. So be careful about that. But yes, this is also a positive placement because, this is the time when Mercury is going to be aspecting also the zones. So very positive dates. And I think you should avoid 25th, 26th, 27th for investments, 20th, 29th, 30th. These are the good dates for travels, planning your investments, journeys, foreign land, connections with the foreign land, education. Initiation of education is also quite likely, and that is applicable on the 16th, 17th, 18th also. You might be going in for some education also. You're planning already. So these are the dates. Please do Om Gan Ganpataye Namo Namaha chant. That is good for you. In case you have to plan your education, you should actually start with make a swastik and then leave the house. Okay, that is also very positive. It's favorable actually. Coming to the next sign, that is, see, job prospects. Somebody is asking about job prospects for Gemini, as this is a live session. So definitely when Mercury is, though Mercury is in debilitation sign in the Kendra, but it is still positive when Mercury is in Pisces till the 8th of April. This is also a good time till the 8th. Then after 8th to the 25th of April, Mercury is going to be in your 11th house with Rahu. So it will be deviating from the path. Like you will have to take up a job which is not the path that you have your educational background. So maybe you will be shifting out from you'll be shifting, or you'll be switching from the current job, and you will be taking up something else. You're not going to be doing what you have been doing till now. Some path change is visible. Okay, so if at all you have to, then you should actually plan it. This is the time to plan. But after 8th of April, it's something which you have to, you will have to decide as to you want to take up this kind of opportunity which is coming your way or not. I think you should take it up because Saturn is also coming out of your 8th house from the 29th of April. So that is again very positive, and Jupiter too in the Kendra. So your job is confirmed. That is definitely visible. But of course, your dasha we have to know, and as per the transit, I'm saying that yes, it is quite likely that you will have a job change, job prospects. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. For Cancer natives, we are having many changes in your horoscope. Rahu Ketu have already changed the signs from the 17th of March, and they'll be here till the 30th of November 2023. Saturn is going to be transiting your 8th house from the 29th of April. See, 8th house transit is not that good for health. Generally, I have seen people suffer health problems, mental health also gets impacted. It's the Ashtama Shani after all. So you have to do Rudra Abhishek for that. Keep doing Rudra Abhishek, or be more charitable. Give donations, do for others. Don't be harsh on your helpers, the labor class. You should be more lovable, affectionate, and caring, compassionate towards others, rather than being very harsh on them. Then there is Jupiter coming out of your 8th house and will be transiting your 9th. So if you have to plan your travels, onward journeys, this month is very positive for you. And we do have eclipses which are happening in your 10th house, 10th and 4th axis. So this is the time to actually go in for major changes, overhauling at the place of work. Because whenever there is an energy, Rahu energy, which is superseding, so it's said that you materially grow, but emotionally on your worldly plane, where you are the spiritual plane, that area suffers. You're not able to focus on your family, you're working long hours. So all that is going to take a toll. So you have to be really very cautious when there are eclipses also that we are heading to. So, but yes, you have Venus in your 8th house, Jupiter in your ninth house. So this is going to be definitely giving you positive energy towards making decisions as far as your relationship is concerned. And also there can be that your partner is going to be will be making some kind of decisions related to related to the money matters, or maybe there are some social interaction which are going to be taking place. And if you have any kind of business commitments, they are going to get little, they're going to suffer. So you have to be very careful in making this major decisions, because Venus is going to be in your eighth house. And maybe there is a lot of intensity in your relationship, there is a lot of physical desire in your relationship rather than the emotional bent of mind. And also it can indicate some un there are some secrets that can be revealed, so be careful about those as well. There is a possibility that you can be having some artistic bent of mind. Ex-partner comes to your life when Venus is in the eighth house this month. So till the 25th, it's going to be here, and then it's going to be exalted in your ninth house zone. So ninth house transit would be good for attracting some foreigners or foreign countries. You'll be traveling, some foreign cultures you might be, adopting. Social, romantic, and commercial opportunities may arise as a result of your participation in cultural, educational, and religious activities. Because of this transit, that is going to be giving you global growth as well. You will be most of the times out of the place where you live in. There can be some more of romantic relationship, and your perspective towards the relationship is going to change in a broader purview of it. So this is what is the outlook of the outline of your transit. I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note in case you have to make any kind of major decisions related to your investments, finance, or relationship. So you should be checking these dates out before making decisions, whether they are favorable or not. So to start with, first, second, third, this is the time to lie low on the home front. There can be some confusion which can come up, and you can have some arguments which can lead to a lot of trouble at the home front. Or maybe you're going to be buying a vehicle, or maybe the vehicle is not up to the mark. You're not too happy with that vehicle. So maybe you have to just, go in for some exchange, or you have to go for some overhauling. So quite likely, this will bring about a harmonious relationship with your family members, but you're not able to spend time with your family. Fourth, fifth, sixth, this is the time when you will be having some inclination towards creativity, love, relationship. Initiation of romance is also quite likely. You will succeed in your endeavors, whatever creative, if you are a creative artist especially. So this will be a good, these dates would be favorable for you. 7th, 8th, 9th, this is the time when you will be focused on your good looks, on your looks. You will be actually working through your financials also. You're willing to work with others to solve any kind of difficulty that may arise. Even at work, relationship, at work environment, more personal focus on better health. These are going to be harmonious relationship at the workplace is also quite likely. Also, there may be more social activities related to work. Women at the place of work will play a very important role. You will have to maybe take their orders, or you will have to take their permission to do things. There is lack of motivation, laziness also at the place of work. So you have to be very calm during this time. Don't get carried away. Okay. And 7th, 8th, 9th I've done. So, and there can be some confusion also, at the place of work. 10th, 11th, 12th. This is the time when you will be having a lot of inclination towards relationship. You will be more involved in with your partner in a very serious manner. Actually, it is going to be giving you some optimal time to reconcile, go in for some investments, go in for some business partnerships. You have to initiate any kind of marriage like relationship. You can do that also. Health is going to get a little better from the 13th, 14th, 15th. This is the time when you have to be a little extra careful about your business, about your partner. Take care of your health also, and do not get too much involved in your in your physical relationship. You might just get too you can go overboard in that. So you have to, those sexual encounters, they might be you might be too much involved on that. So you have to take care of that intensity part. On the 16th, 17th, 18th, this is the time to travel. Maybe you are already planning your journeys and you're going to be starting to travel, and it is going to give you positive energy there. You're going to be traveling and you're going to be actually educating yourself also. This is the time to learn more things, learn new things, and be more inclined towards enhancing your cultural, educational, and religious activities more. Be more, this is also the time to get involved in your relationship deeply. Proposing somebody is also quite likely. Take a break, take a vacation. On the 19th, 20th, 21st, 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you will be involved at the place of work. You're pretty much positive and you have a lot of positive approach towards life also during, like how you can, you're too much into work, you're too involved in material comforts, material growth, or maybe there is some personal or material or sexual desire during this time, or you will be getting some social benefits out of it also. Quite possible that your prestige is at stake. So make sure that you do not make any kind of such decisions during this time. 22nd, 23rd, 24th. This is 22nd, 23rd, 24th is a time when you can be, you can be coming across somebody, from your friend circle. You can get involved in a relationship. You can be maybe going in for some kind of, affair or creativity, or music, dance, drama, artistic bent of mind. All that is quite is getting activated. There are certain friends who are going to help you in the humanitarian sentiments. On the humanitarian plane, they're going to be actually helping you. Kindness is compassion is required for that. On the 25th, 26th, 27th. Now, this is the time you have to be little extra careful about your health. You can become very much inclined towards spirituality, mantras, mantra chanting, or maybe, you're going to be doing some religious ceremonies at home. You're connected with the hospital. Maybe somebody is in the hospital. You're going to be meeting that person. You're going to be getting quite detached with the outside world. It could be any reason. The reason can involve maybe, you're traveling, or maybe you have a lot of work to do in hand. You're not able to interact with people. So all that can happen during this time. 28th, 29th, and 30th. This is the time when you will be having a lot of attention on yourself. Now is the time that you are going to be very, focused on your looks. You're maybe changing your look. There's a makeover. You're just grooming yourself, and you're going to be very romantically attracted. So this is also the time to get involved in some artistic activity, maybe some music, dance, drama, photography, anything which is going to give you that vent. So go ahead with that. See, there is this is the Cancer sign ruled by moon. So you have to make a note of the new moons, full moons, and the eclipses. So for you, the eclipse is happening in the Kendra. So take care of your health and your relationship at the place of work, but there's elevation also, but loss of name and fame, prestige, honor, that you will not get. You are expecting that you will not get, but maybe paycheck will be increasing. So when moon is transiting through Aries sign from 2nd to 4th, be careful. 16th to 18th, be careful, because that can lead to some complications at the home front. 18th to the 20th, you can have some complications with your children. So make sure that you do not get carried away in the argument or, teaching them things. 23rd to the 25th is the time when you can have some seriousness in your relationship. You're not going to be discussing things on a superficial plane. You're going to be taking the argument or the conversation on a serious manner, and it's going to give some major decision making also. 25th to the 27th is the time you have to be careful about your health. Don't eat anything which leads to digestive problem. It is also a loss of the income of your partner. Maybe your partner loses, or there's some complications with your relatives that can happen as well. On the 27th to the 29th is the time when you can enhance your skills. You can learn more, you can invest, you can make money out of money. So these are very good times. See, there is on the 16th, 17th, there is a full moon, which is happening in the Ashwini in Aries sign. So full moon is there. Then on the 30th, there is a eclipse also, which is a solar partial eclipse on the 30th of April, which is on the new moon, which is happening in your Aries sign. So putting these two things together, that is the full moon and the new moon. So the energies are towards starting something new, building on yourself, enhancing your skills, but you're losing out on one aspect that if you're fulfilling the other. So maybe, your home front, you are not able to devote time. So avoid these days to get into any kind of argument. Don't be too super emotional. Just relax, calm down. Okay. So make a note of these days. These days definitely will impact you somewhere or the other. Just let me know how it was emotionally. The full moons and the new moon, especially for Cancer natives, you must observe eclipses especially. So you should go in for danam, that is donations. You should donate to the young people, because your 12th house ruler is Gemini. Gemini is young. So if you will educate them, how will you donate? You will have to educate them. You can impart your knowledge, so your knowledge increases. So do that. It will definitely be helpful. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, see, first 7th of April, Mars is going to be leaving the zone and is going to be transiting Aquarius sign, your 7th house. Then 8th of April, Mercury is going to be changing signs, is going to be transiting your 9th house from the 8th. Sun is going to be transiting out of your 8th house and will be transiting your 9th and will be conjunct Rahu. 13th of April, it is going to be Jupiter, which is going to be going to your 8th house zone. So 25th, Mercury again changes signs and comes to your Kendra again, so which is again very positive. 27th, Venus changes signs and enters your 8th house again. 29th, Saturn leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius. So these are the transit positions. Now coming to what is happening here. See, firstly, your focus mainly is on your health, because you have 6th and 8th houses heavily packed and getting active. So when there is a lot of transition which is happening in one go, you have to first of all focus on growth. You have to focus on your transformation. You have to focus on more about your love, relationships, and your family, because this is the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses which are getting active. And Sun is also coming out of your 8th house, which is again very positive for you, and it is going to give you some kind of growth prospects as well on cards. In case you have to go in for any kind of decisions regarding your investments this month, you should be doing it only when after the 8th of April. Rather, you will be quite confused as to where to invest, what to do. Purchasing of property you have been thinking of, you're not able to. Some kind of travel planning you are doing and it's not working through. You're working very hard, things are not happening in your favor. You have been planning big things are falling apart. You're feeling quite low on energies. because you have had Saturn there in your 6th house. Though Mars is giving that energy, but it is also going to be now coming out of that zone. You have a lot of energy. Maybe you have been traveling, you've been working, you have been slogging it out, but at the same time, the results are not coming your way. People are not accepting you, your hard work, not appreciating your hard work. So that is something which is bothering you. Any which ways, things are going to get better. Mars's energy is going to shine, in the 7th house also. There's a lot of aggression that you'll be getting also. And but with the partner, you have to be careful. There can be some contradiction that you can get entrapped in. There can be some kind of, compromises that you have to make. Do not get agitated. And also, in partnership business, you have to be a little extra careful also about all these energies. And Venus is going to be in your 8th house, and it is going to be giving you some kind of health issues as well. And it is going to increase that those sexual urges. You're going to be having a lot of interaction with people of the opposite gender. There can be that you are going to be getting involved more in occult sciences, maybe if you are into it, or some artistic bent of mind. If you have, you're going to be getting involved in that as well. And there is a lot of intensity in relationship, in love, which is anticipated with Venus transiting the exaltation sign. Though it is happening towards the end, it is going to be all through the month in the 7th house. So the 7th house is harmony, relationship, love, romance, activity, social activities, interaction with people more, intimate relationship. So all that is getting active, although it is positive, but still, when things are moving in these kind of directions where, you have so many planets in these zones. So you have to be careful about your health. You should look after yourself. That is what I want to say. And when when there is a, energy of new moon, full moon times, and there your sun is going to be part of the eclipse, the luminaries get eclipsed. So that's the time you have to be a little careful about your health, about your travel. If you're traveling, you should avoid. Learn more, acquire more knowledge, enhance your skills, enhance your, uh, psychological pursuits, something which gives you soothing effect. So pay attention to all that. It is definitely going to be very positive. You can make it positive. Okay. Also, I'm giving you few dates, and remedy for you would be to actually firstly do for your mother. Be more charitable. In case you want to wear a gemstone, you should be wearing, in case you are having some, planets related to this. So you should be wearing a ruby or a red coral. That will be good for you. You should be chanting the chant of Mars. You should be doing some Mars's chants. You should donate something in reds. If you want to, red flowers, you should be actually putting on your altar, where you're, where in your prayer room, offer red flowers. So that will be good for you. And have jaggery, donate jaggery, sweets, do that. These are good remedies for you. Now I'm giving you the dates. Make a note of the dates also. In case you have to make any kind of decisions, just avoid during these dates. I'm giving you the dates. Okay, so to start with, first is already gone. So second, you have to be very careful in your investments. There can be some conversation that you'll be getting involved in with your children or with your romantic partner, which can lead to confusion. So be careful. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th is the time when you will be having the bent of mind towards health. You will be traveling, you will be investing somewhere, and you will be making profits also. This is the time to initiate your health checkups, or, if you want to go in for some, because Sun is the Dhanvantri, so take care of your health, start some medical treatment on these dates. Also, on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 8th, 9th, 10th is the time to interact with the outside world, the people around you. You might just come across some authoritative or influential people during this time. If you want to go in for some meetings, some important meetings, do it on this time. 11th and the 12th and the 13th is the time you have to take care of your health, investments. There can be that some scandals can come up. So make sure that you don't get involved in all these things. 14th, 15th, 16th, very good time. 14th, 15th, 16th is good time for travels, for forming a connectivity with the foreigners, but you can have some loss of prestige. So make sure that you do not get involved in any kind of scandals. So that I told you previously also. So from 11th till the 16th, you have to be careful about your prestige, honor. There can be that, people misunderstand you. There can be some confusion, when you're communicating with them. So make sure that you do not get involved in these kinds of arguments or any kind of scandals. 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 4 days, positive, very positive. For what? For your name and fame, prestige, honor. You will be acknowledged for whatever you're doing. It's a good time for travels. It's a good time to start any kind of new business, any new association, any kind of new relationships. Very positive time. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. 21st to 24th is the time when you can have some seclusion, a detachment from your social life. You will not want to be more active in the parties or in the get-togethers. You want to be with your family, or you want to be more spiritually inclined. You'll be chanting mantras, or maybe you'll be doing some puja, or you'll be doing some prayers during this time. So that is also good. You are going to be spending some time to yourself. It's for you. It's your alone time, maybe. Or maybe, you are going to be having some detachment with those who are having some complications, already with you. So you're going to be feeling detached with them. Just give me a moment. Yes, everything has to do with an individual's personal horoscope. That's a correct thing to say. Until unless you have a dasha, antradasha of a planet, you will not be feeling the results that strongly. But do remember, you will feel the results of all the transits somewhere or the other, because all the planets represent something or the other. And you will be having the antra, pratyantra, or sukshma or prana dasha at least. So it will definitely impact you somewhere or the other. Okay. From the 25th, 26th, 27th, this is the time for travels, for expenditures on some, maybe you'll be spending on your father, or maybe you'll be spending some money on your own self. You might just make a mistake on this day. Some losses you will incur. So it's better that you avoid making heavy investments during this time. These 3 days are not favorable. You can be very emotional also. You can be quite detached also during this time. But at the same time, you will be having some inclination towards spirituality. You will be having some divine grace. In case you're having some complications, you're stuck, you will have divine grace during this time. 28th, 29th, 30th is a very good time to get connected with your own self, with your own people, self-grooming, travels, enhancement of skills, meeting more people, starting some new, getting that hope that you have been, the ray of hope, or meeting your own family. Maybe you're traveling and you're away from the family. So you will be coming back to your home during this time. Okay. So, yeah, so this is it. And I would like to give you, avoid investing on 12th, 13th. Okay, 12th, 13th, avoid investing. And on the, just a sec, I'll give you 12th, 13th, 14th, not favorable time to invest. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So it's a long video. So for Virgo, this is, we have to see Mercury's transit. Mercury is going to be changing signs thrice, and it is going to be in Aries, from till the 8th, it's going to be in Pisces, then it's going to be moving into Aries, and then it's going to be entering Taurus from the 25th of April. So there are many things which are happening this month. So when it is in the 8th house, this whole month long, half the month, it's going to be in the 8th house. So this is going to be giving you some lack of interaction with people or some confusion in your relationships also. So make sure that you do not get carried away. These transits are temporary phases. In case you're feeling the energies, just lie low. And also there are certain transits which are happening, which are very important. Sun is going to be in the 8th house. There's an eclipse which is happening in your 8th house. Then you have Jupiter in your 7th house. That is the big time saving grace, because it's in the 7th house. It's going to be looking at your lagna. So when Saturn is also changing signs, Jupiter is also changing signs this month. So of course towards the end though, but this is going to give many changes at the home front. Marriage alliance, you will come across some potential partner. In case you have to go in for some litigation, you can do that as well. If you have to file a court case, that is also quite possible. And there can be some expenditures, unwarranted expenditures also this month. So you have to make sure that you do not get carried away in unnecessary purchases. Don't be on that shopping spree. Also, there is a possibility that you will have your children moving away from you. Maybe they're traveling, or they're going to be going in for some higher education as well. So for student natives, very good month, very positive competition success on cards. In case you're sitting for some exam, it's going to give you some elevation and some positivity also. In case I leave out on any of the aspects of life, please mention. I will mention in the comment section. I will answer in the comment section for sure. I'm a human being. I can miss out on the aspects. Can't be covering everything, right? So I'm giving you a few dates. So make sure that you do not make any. Now I'm talking about Virgo right now. So in case you are having some investment plans, so you should avoid 14th, 15th. This is not the time to go in for heavy investments. Also on the 9th and the 10th, this is also going to be a little difficult time for investments and communication. There can be some confusion in communication also. In case you have to go in for some job change, you should be you have to take up a job, then you should be doing on the 17th and the 18th, positive time. 19th, 20th is the time when you can have some kind of problems at the home front. Stomach related problems, speech related issues. Maybe you will be very aggressive, you'll be detached, you will be egoistic during this time. So avoid making any kind of decisions. You want harmony, but it's not possible. So that is what happens on the 19th and the 20th. 23rd, 24th. This is the time when you can have some confusion, unnecessary confusion in your education. You're not able to choose anything. So don't make any plans of doing something new, something, which you have to decide. If you are a student native, don't decide. At the home front, do not pick any kind of arguments. There can be some complications which will come up. So if you are shifting out on this day, this is not positive also. So just relax on the, especially on the 23rd, 24th. 25th, 26th. This is the time when you can have some 25th, 26th, 27th, you can have some relationship. You might come across somebody from the ex also. The ex can come back also on this time, and you will be starting to interact more, or you will come across some other counterpart. That is also quite likely. On the 20th, on the 28th, 29th, 30th, go in for some fitness regime, go in for some kind of transition that you want to make in yourself. Start a diet plan. Start communicating with your co-workers. Give them instructions if they are your employees, and listen to what they are saying, convey what they're trying to convey, their ideas. So take it. That is positive. If you just go in for some kind of compatibility. You will have that kind of compatibility with them. Also, I want to speak about the arguments that you have to avoid. These are the days you have to avoid, and don't drive also. Try to drive safely on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Drive safely. This is the time you have to take care of your health and speech both. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Okay, 16th to the 20th is the time you have to be careful about your relationship. Be sensitive, be more understanding. Do not deviate from your educational path. There can be some confusion that you can have, so just lie low, I would suggest. Also on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, these are the dates you have to be careful about your relationship, how you converse with them. In case you are having any kind of confusion, you have to wait and don't make any impulsive decisions during this time. And about your financials also, the best would be Om Ganganpataye Namo Namaha, Om chant 108 times. Sorry about this. And on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, this will be good for doing any kind of activity, sports activity, hobbies, competition. That is going to be success. Success is for sure. Okay. So coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Dr. Rao used to call this, he addresses as Libra. So, okay, for Libra natives, Ketu is over your first house, Rahu is transiting your 7th, Saturn is going to be leaving your 4th, transiting your 5th, Sun is going to be transiting out of your 6th, transiting your 7th. There's an eclipse which is happening. There are 2 eclipses which will be happening in your 1-7 axis, and Venus is also going to be here till the 25th and will be leaving the zone and is an Arohi Graha, will be transiting through your 6th house. Jupiter is also going to be transiting your 6th house on the 13th of April. I've made the video. Please go back and watch that as well. Yes, this is going to be a very transitional phase, of course. Change of place, change of residence, change of job, in case you're looking for. Go ahead with it. If not this month, at least next month, the change is coming. Okay. There can be a change of partnership relationship, or there can be that you are going to be initiating any kind of romance. Activities will increase at the workplace. You will be doing a lot of work. There will be a lot of changes which are going to come. Portfolio change, job change, bosses change, place change, home change, house change, maybe redoing your house. All these are going to get activated. Either or, depending on your personal chart. There is a likelihood that you are going to be enhancing yourself, enhancing your wealth. The wealth prospects are going to increase. I'll give you the dates though, when you should be going in for the investments. But surely there are certain major changes which you can anticipate in this upcoming month. And you suddenly might have started becoming very, very devotional, very, very inclined towards spirituality. You're thinking of doing things which bring peace to you. You have become immune to the people around you. You have become receptive to them. You don't like anybody, excuse me, let me have water, live sessions. There's no script, nothing, I'm just saying. So people think that I'm reading a script. So I just want to clarify that these are all live sessions. So please, that's like, in a flow, I speak everything so much. So it's better. So for you, you see Mars is also exiting from your 4th house. So there will be some peace at home. Saturn is going to be all through in this zone. And if at all you don't have any kind of changes from the past, if you haven't had any changes since past 2 years, 2.5 years, so you can anticipate the change now or maybe after July. But yes, there are certain new relationship you're getting involved with. I'm giving you the dates in case you have to go in for some, investments, relationship, litigation, purchasing of property, all that. I'm going to be giving you the dates. You can make a note. On the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, This is the time you will be focusing more on yourself, on your growth, self introspection. You're thinking about some good things, how you can enhance yourself, how you can groom yourself, but you are going to be very emotional and detached also from whatever, your social circle, social life. You're getting detached with from that. You might just go in for some music, showbiz, or maybe some kind of business, romance, socializing, though you're going to be getting detached because Ketu is over your first house, so that will actually give you suddenness. So whenever Mars is transiting through this zone, you have to be careful about your health. You're prone to accidents, so be careful about that. I don't want to utter all this, but still we have to be prepared. So this is the time to make good impression on the people, on the outside world, on the people who are apart from us. So this will definitely be a good phase for all these things. Fourth, fifth, sixth, this is the time when you will have some connection with your family members. You will be having a hearty chat with them. Maybe you will be going out for dinner. You want to spend more time with them. You want peace around you. You're going to be interacting more with your like-minded people. Uh, mm, Seventh, eighth, ninth, this is the time when you can have some confusion at the home front, or with your neighbors, with your friends, with your co-workers. Travels might be cumbersome. You might have to change the path. Maybe you're traveling and you're, like last minute changes are made. So that is also quite possible. Pleasures from your lover, your people you're dealing with, artistic bent of mind, that is also going to get triggered up. On the 10th, 11th, 12th, this is the time when you will be having on the 10th, 11th, 12th, there can be some interaction or communication gap at the home front. So make sure that you do not get carried away emotionally. But yes, there is a very serious kind of a talk which is going to take place, and you're going to be spending more time with your parents. There's harmony in relationship. So don't get aggressive. If at all, you're having that kind of you're chatting with people, so it can also turn into that can turn into a negative argument, or it can lead to some negative environment around. So communication has to be quite fluid. You have to be having that kind of harmony and in relationship. Don't be too aggressive. Also on the 13th, 14th, 15th, this is the time to get involved with in your relationship seriously. In case you want to take a step further, maybe you want to propose to that partner of yours, person that you're dating, or you want to talk to your children during this time, you want to pursue your creativity, your hobbies, you can be doing that. It will be positive for you to get involved in some kind of a relationship, and maybe you are going to be involving yourself in relationship physically. That is also quite likely. Also, this will give you inclination towards art, drama, and maybe you want to, if you're on the you're moving ahead with the progeny, childbirth, so this is also the day maybe you will be celebrating all that. Okay. Then on the 16th, 17th, 18th, so this is the time when you will be thinking about a harmonious relationship at the place of work. You'll be interacting with your servants, with your helpers, with your employees, or with your employers, or you will be more inclined towards improving your working conditions. You're putting that kind of hard work, and you're going to be getting that kind of respect also from the workplace. In your relationship, you will be getting that kind of uh, acceptability now. You're going to be feeling quite significant. So utilize this on these 3 days. 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you will have harmony in the relationships, in your business partnerships. You will be initiating something new. You're going to be see, you have Rahu in your 7th house, so the partner becomes very demanding. Or maybe it's a Maya, of course, so you get entrapped in that Maya. It just sucks you in. So you feel that the partner is getting more involved in the material realms, not giving you that kind of time, or maybe, has become too demanding suddenly. So that is, which is going to happen on these dates. So you have to be careful on the 19th, 20th, 21st, not to go in for any kind of arguments, except there is some reconciliation that is required. So give it some time, give some time to your relationship, partnership, business, people you're interacting with. Don't get carried away in your in your emotions. 22nd, 23rd, 24th is the time when you can have some business opportunity coming your way. There can be some social interactions. There can be that you are going to be very artistic. Occult sciences you'll be opting for, tarot reading, astrology, all those, are going to get enhanced. If at all you want to get involved in all these activities, you can initiate also. And this is also the time when you will have some sexual encounters. Okay. 25th, 26th, 27th. This is the time when you can have some kind of detachment with your with your father. You can have some complications with your father, or maybe, people are not understanding you. You are looking at the picture in a very different manner. Your perspective is changing. So you expect others also to change. So you have to be really more accepting. You have to accept the people as they are. There can be some travels which can be a little cumbersome, or the travel plans change. You have planned to go to a country, you go to another country or state, whatever, and you are going to be more inclined towards acquiring more knowledge, reading scriptures, spiritual pursuits, visiting a shrine, visiting a prayer, meet, or maybe you're going to be performing some rituals or activities at home. That is also quite possible. 28th, 29th, and the 30th. These are the times which will attract a lot of work and collaborations. Maybe you're going to be traveling, you're going to be having a positive and a very pleasant approach towards dealing with people. People are appreciating you. You're being at that authority. Maybe at the place of work, you are going to be meeting somebody, starting some litigation, new, something new beginnings. So this is also a good time for investments as well. So these are the dates. Do let me know in the description box if it matched up for you. You should donate something like rice, milk, curd on Fridays. And if you want to do the chant, you should do Buddha chant. That is the Bij mantra of Buddha, which I've given in the Jupiter's video, which is just before to this video. So just go and check that out. I have mentioned the remedy for the Libra people. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this transit is happening of Mars in your third house. And then from the 8th onwards, of course, 7th onwards. And then we have Venus transiting out in the letter segment, that is 25th onwards. Jupiter 13th onwards is going to be changing signs. Sun is going to be changing signs. It's going to be transiting through your 6th house. And there is this is the eclipse zone also. 6th and 12th houses are, that axis is going to get active. So you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your energy levels, your authorities. Whenever there are eclipses, authorities suffer. Remember, there can be some complications, confusion. And because of the confusion, there are some undiagnosed diseases that you have to go through, because Sun is the Dhanvantri. Venus is, the Sanjeevani. So when Sun is conjunct Rahu or Moon is conjunct Ketu, so that is also Rahu, that is an eclipse. Then we have to be very careful about these energies during this time, especially. Then we have Venus also, Saturn also transiting towards the end of the month, towards the 4th house. It's moving, and this is called the Kantaka Shani, which is starting. But yes, for Scorpio natives, things are getting better with Mars also transiting in the Kendra. And it is going to enhance your willpower, change of property, change of place. If you want to go in for a purchase of property, you can be doing that as well. 4th house transit gives a lot of experiences. See, 4th house Mars means it's like a debilitation place for him. So there can be always some disputes that can keep coming up, at the home front with your family, with your own family members. though this is just a temporary phase. But yes, it does give some kind of confusion, unnecessary arguments. You feel that there are certain painful experiences that you have to go through, so you have to work through that. You should be actually chanting Hanuman Chalisa, recite Hanuman Chalisa, do Chandra chants, moon's chants. That will help you. That will pacify the energies of Mars. It definitely needs that. It's required. You might just have some, changes in the, if you want to go in for some property related matters, if you're in some disputes, all that you will be doing. Some changes, major changes at the place of work also coming in your way. Saturn is going to be in your fourth house for a long time. It is going to be back and forth though, but still it is going to lead to some major changes that you can anticipate during this time. Also, you have to take precautions while driving, and I'll be giving you a few dates that you have to be a little careful about. So let me tell you, these are live sessions, so please bear with me. First, second, this is the time when you will be having some interaction at the workplace. You will be stimulated to work now. This is also going to increase your professional actions, some interaction with the people, overseas clientele, or maybe overseas connectivity, collaborations. This is also a very positive time to put physical effort in connection with your work. So if there are certain projects which require hard work, you will be putting in that hard work also. And there are possibilities of starting business or going in for some loans where you will actually pump in the money that is required in the business. So you are going to be making certain major decisions during this time. Also, it is going to lead to some kind of matters. There can be some ego clashes also with your highest authority. So be careful about that at least. On the okay, I did first, second, third. Okay, on the 3rd till the 7th. So this is the time when you will be interacting more with your friends, with the outside world, your community, I mean, not outside world, but your community that you move around in. There are certain humanitarian causes that you'll be paying attention to. Be more charitable, donate something in whites, donate something which helps others, some liquids, make some people drink cold cold milk or cold something you should actually distribute. Water especially, you should be distributing. That's a very good remedy for you. And also there can be that you are going to be working in the team, you're working in the groups, you're very innovative. So these are very positive times, especially when on the 3rd to the 7th. 8th till the 11th. Now, this is the time when you will be having some, during this period, you may begin to be interested in investigation of the unconscious or exploring the field of occult, or, you might be in the self-denial and staying in the background. You don't want to be in the forefront. So you will be quite uneasy. So take care of your health. Maybe, there's seclusion or isolation because Ketu energy is also there in the 12th house. So you manifest certain things which are in seclusion. So maybe you will be spending more alone time and you will be working through those energies right now as well. Also on the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. So this leads to the cycle which is starting again. And now is the time when you will have a lot of energy, zeal, and you'll be doing things in a very positive manner, which is going to give you a lot of courage and strength as well to finish off the things which are lying pending. And you're going to be meeting more people. You're quite, you're taking the initiatives. This is the time to take initiatives, ambitions that you have, the goals that you've set. So very positive time. Utilize this, I would suggest. 12, 13, 14, 15. Good time for investments, good time for travels, good time to impress others. Be more you can be more self-assertive. You can be a little aggressive also. So the aggression can be towards doing the jobs, fulfilling the goals that you have set. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. From 16th to the 20th, this is the time when you can be, overly ambitious about money and possessions. You might just go ahead with anything that comes your way. People are luring you, people are deviating you from the right path. Don't leave that path. Don't leave that virtue, uh, your virtues. Don't leave that. So you have to be little extra careful in your purchases, in your possessions. Don't be too overly, attached to your money and ambitions so much that you make wrong decisions or take the wrong path. On the 21st till the 24th, 21st to the 24th is the time when you will be having some kind of communication related to your agreements. You will be having some papers that you need to sign. You're going to be getting connected with your business relations, associates. You're going to be having some kind of interest in political, commercial, or sports activities, technologies. Maybe you're going to be interested in the cars, the vehicles, or maybe some road construction work, or media. You can be inclined towards doing all these things. These areas are going to get enhanced or pronounced even more. Mars is going to be too aggressive, here. It can lead to some kind of, energy, which can be very hurting, which you can hurt others. So be careful about your speech during this time. Also, this is a Scorpio sign that I'm doing. So from the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 26th to the 29th is the time when you will, these are live sessions. Please understand, there are no timestamps as of now when I'm making this video. So please give me some time to get this uploaded, because it's a long video and I'm doing it in a flow. These are live sessions, so please bear with me. And that is the reason they are elaborate. From the 26th to the 29th, this is the time when you will be having some, your focus will be on the home front. You're going to be buying or purchasing of property during this time. Litigation, maybe you're going to be getting involved in some education. You're going to be having some disputes with the family also, can be there, either or. You're going to be getting that kind of experience which leads to hurting others, or you're getting hurt because of others behavior towards you. And also there is a favorable period to carry out your improvement and construction work, at home, or any kind of property disputes that you have. You're going to be resolving those as well. It will actually be giving you that precaution, that this is a precautionary phase. You should be very careful when you're driving, you're purchasing a property during this time, when you're signing the agreements. Make sure that during this time you will be doing it, but still be careful when you're signing. Just read everything very cautiously, carefully. Lastly, it will be on the 30th. You will be getting connected to your children. Maybe you're going to be getting too much aggressive in your sexual desires. That can increase. Or maybe you are going to be involved with your children. You are sending them off for overseas education, or you're going to be talking to them out, with, maybe you'll get carried away and you get aggressive in your approach, argumentative. So just be more friendlier to them. It can also be a childbirth. This 30th can be leading to that, but we have an eclipse, so be careful about that. Do the remedies whenever there are eclipses time and children are born. So you have to be doing some remedies before that. I do give those remedies as well, on the personalized readings. So make a note of these dates. And investments, in case you have to go in for some investments, you should be doing it on the 1st, which is already gone when I'm making this video. Second, no, not second, third. You can be doing it on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, positive dates for investing, your money, or any kind of communication. If you have to strike also would be fine. Then on the 21st, 22nd, and then you have to do it on the 25th, 26th. So these are the positive dates for making any decisions related to your finance, related to your investments, related to forming a communication, striking a communication with the influential people or the people you want to interact with in the future. So let's do the chants of Hanuman, or you can do the remedy of Moon. That will be helpful. Or Moon's Beej Mantra, Chandra Beej Mantra, as we say. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, you have to check the condition of Jupiter first. Jupiter is going to be changing signs, is going to be in the Kendra, forming a Hansa Yoga. It's going to be giving that desire fulfillment, purchase of property, changes in your job, because it's looking at your 10th house as well. From there, it's looking at your 8th house. So there's a lot of transformational energy also. You're going to be feeling quite charged up in doing things. The things which were latent, your goal setting, all that is going to get approved, and you're going to be achieving all that. Mars is going to be changing signs. Saturn is going to be changing signs towards the end. So Mars will be giving you a lot of see, till now you have been quite argumentative at the home front. Suddenly, you have been, you're thinking that, you're having a lot of problems with people, with your own family members. There's a lot of expenditures on them. So you're quite worked up. But now when it is transiting through your third house, things are getting a little better. And with the passage of time, things will improve also. So at the home front, in case you have not got that kind of results related to your efforts that you have put into mend your ways or mend others' way, so that is also going to improve when it is going to be transiting the third house zone. Your communication is going to be better, your contracts, agreements, buying, purchasing of property, technologies, or any kind of technologies you are involved in, they are going to be doing better now. Any kind of media related job or road construction related job, civil engineering, or these kinds of people, they're going to be doing well with this transit of Mars in the Aquarius sign. You're very creative. Okay. And you can be a little aggressive because you're insecure. So you're showing your anger in a very subtle manner, or maybe an outburst of emotions at times happens. Okay. So that is okay. So that is what is happening with your Mars's transit. Mercury is going to be changing signs. Mercury is going to be in your fourth house to start with, then eighth onwards is going to be in your fifth, and then sixth. So this transit of Mercury in the Kendra is good for education, initiation of education, romance, any kind of communication that you have to strike with the partner you're dating or with the person you are dating. You want to just take it to another level. So this is Mercury's transition, which is positive. But then Mercury enters your fifth house. Rahu is seated there. There can be problems in competition. You have to be taking care. I've given the dates also, so you can note down. So Rahu energy is there, so there can be a lot of confusion amongst the children and the relationship with your children, especially. There can be some confusion. Education wise also, there can be some mistakes that you will make, in picking and choosing the subjects. Rahu is there now. Rahu was in the sixth house. Now it's in the fifth house. So this can lead to a lot of complications, here and there. And then Mercury will be in the sixth house, and that's going to go retrograde also there. It's going to go to Gemini, then retrograde, and come back to Taurus sign. So it's a long transit. I'll be making a separate video for that also. But yes, when Mercury is in the sixth house, this is good for communication with your co-workers, uncluttering your environment you are in. It is definitely very positive. But till that time, yes, this whole month long, almost the whole month long, it's going to be maximum time in the Aries sign. where Rahu is also there. So there can be some confusion, which can lead to some complications later. So do not get involved in all these things. Venus is also going to be changing signs, and Venus is going to be in your Kendra. And in the Kendra, Venus is going to be feeling quite energetic. And there's a Hansa yoga also, which is going to form because of this Jupiter there. So you are going to be having some kind of, when Venus is in the fourth house, you're going to be feeling that you want to eat more, you want to laze around, you want to do things which actually give you home comfort. You're going to be having some complications with your family members. You get confused as to you want to be listening to them, but you want that harmony at the end of the day. So you should be more sensitive to whatever they are doing. And it's going to be giving you some purchasing of luxury items, beauty products. You're going to be focusing more on the household items as well. Okay. And Jupiter, of course, is going to be giving you wealth prospects as well when it's going to be transiting here. It's going to be looking at the 10th house, some major changes. Name and fame is on cards. I'm giving you some dates that you have to, it's going to be on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. You are going to be giving some time to your relationship. There can be some complications, detaching energies. It can lead to some kind of problems related to your investments. Also, you can have some losses during this time. So don't get carried away in your, especially your, when you're talking about your to your partner and in your love relationship, in your investments. You have to be very careful in all these areas. On the 4th, 5th, 6th, this is the time you have to cut down on your expenditures. There can be some losses due to some female counterpart also, or some overseas collaborations that you have had. So you can have some problems in the partnership business. You can have some problems in your communication also with them. 7th, 8th, 9th, this is the time when you can have some confusion about your work, about your profile, confusion in many areas of life. So you have to be really cautiously making decisions during this time. I would suggest investments is a big no-no during this time. You will not be able to make money. 10th, 11th, 12th is the time when you will be spending more time with your family members. You'll be talking about food, you'll be cooking, or maybe, your family is feeding you a lot. You've come home and you're being fed, quite likely. And this is going to give you some emotional satisfaction also. Some new opportunities coming your way related to your financials. You are going to be enhancing those. So that is happening on the 10th, 11th, and 12th. 13th, 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having some, social activities, pleasures, love, relationship. You're thinking about all that. You're going to be interacting with your siblings, neighbors, friends, co-workers. Also, there can be some communication that will be very fluid and very harmonious atmosphere around you. You're spending too much time with expressing yourself, and you're going to be promoting yourself also. And maybe you're a writer, so you're promoting your book. So you're quite interactive with people during this time. On a deeper level, the time can provide you the opportunity to discover that there's a considerable amount of love in your daily life as well. Okay, so you should be accepting the things, seize the moment. Okay. On the, okay, so this was your 3rd house. Now, 4th, okay, so 13th, 14th, 15th. Okay, this I did 16th, 17th, 18th. This is the time when you will be actually spending more time at the home front, redecorating your place, shifting out from the place where you are, current position. Starting of education is also quite likely. Maybe you'll be going to a very, enrolling yourself in a very huge, big university, quite likely. Okay. 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you can have some confusion in your love, relationship, and romance, in your investments also. So be careful. Do not get carried away. Give it some time. Let these 3 days pass. Okay. Then think whether you want to be in this relationship, you want to break up, All that you can make a note of. 22nd, 23rd, 24th is a time when you can have some health issues, or you're going to be doing something about your health. You're concentrating more on your health, how you can improve your health, how you can eat right kind of food. So you're focused on your well-being, your overall growth. You're focused on how you can be getting that kind of help that you expect from your co-workers, how you can be helpful to them. Even at work, your boss may be giving you some financial favors, maybe, if you're doing really well. So harmonious relationship and the work environment gets better. Health problems will be there, but they will get better for sure. On the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, if you want to initiate any kind of medical treatment, you should be doing that. 25th, 26th, 27th, there is a lot of complications in the relationship. So you do not get carried away and make decisions regarding your love relationship. It can lead to some delays and frustrations in case you are single. So that partner, that opposition might not give you that green go. So you have to be prepared for that as well. But yes, it is quite likely that you are going to be more inclined towards spiritual pursuits. You're going to be doing things which enhance you as a person, elevate you as a person. 28th, 29th, 30th. Now, this is the time when you can have some, this is the other people, like maybe, you will get some gifts, you gift somebody something, you can encounter physically with the other person, you can be very artistic, you can be doing some kind of, charity during this time, or maybe you are going to be meeting people who are going to change your life. Some guru or some teacher, you come across. So this is going to be really very, very powerful, especially on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. We do have an eclipse coming over, which is in your 5-11 axis. So when this axis is getting triggered up, so you have to be careful about your love, relationship, romance, and no event takes place on the very same day. It takes place plus minus 1 month, 2 months time. So when there is an eclipse which is happening in your 5th house, so you have to make sure that you do not get carried away in making decisions regarding your education, your work, your profession. In case you have to change the place, think twice, think thrice, think 4 times, then change. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. For Capricorn native, Saturn is finally leaving you for a couple of months, and then we'll be coming back here only. But yes, till the 12th of July, Saturn is going to be in your 2nd house. 2nd house transit of Saturn will give you some courage. 2nd house transit will give you some kind of inclination. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, one sec. So yeah, this is going to give you some kind of inclination towards doing things which are enhancing you as a person also. Okay, I'm sorry, I lost some words. Yeah, so Saturn is going to be giving you that inclination towards enhancing your relationship, working through your expenditures, savings. You're going to be enhancing your health also. You'll be working through your health, relationship, though it is the 8th house from your 7th house. So this can be giving your partner some health issues. There can be depletion of your partner's financials, maybe some kind of changes which can be anticipated. Okay. From there, it is going to be looking at your, the Lord of your Lagnesh is going to be looking at your 4th house also. So maybe you're going to be leaving this place where you're living, and Rahu Ketu as it is are there. So you might be shifting out from the place where you are. So make sure when you're making some changes, you do it in a very, well thought process. Don't just make decisions in impulse. Mars is going to be leaving your 1st house, so you're going to be leaving this aggression also. Of course, you're getting very aggressive, very agitated these days. Nothing is working, you feel, nothing is coming you through. So this is also going to be giving you some relief. You have been very dominating, or you have been dominated by others, quite overconfident also. Mars makes you overconfident, stimulated. Extra energy is there, no? So Now when Saturn is also, of course, in the first house, so there are delays and frustrations. This month end, from this month to the July 12th, things are going to get better. And from next year onwards, from January 2023, for 2.5 years, things are definitely going to be in your favor. You're going to be getting that kind of results, because the first house, obviously, it's a Sadasati. Sadasati I see from the Ascendant, basically. It is from the moon because it impacts divine. I see from the Dasha Lord also. If Saturn is transiting over your Dasha Lord, even then that is going to impact you even more, I would say. It will impact you even more. So check. If your Dasha Lord is Saturn, it's transiting through the first house, and your Saturn is posited there. So this is a triple the impact. It is going to impact because it is the Sarasati. It is the impact of your Saturn return and the Dasha Lord also, right? Just give me a moment, please. These are the live sessions, and it is 1:30 a.m. So a little sleepy also. So pardon me for the fumbles. So here, Ketu is in your 10th house. You must understand that things are going out of your hands at the place of work from now. You are not interested in any kind of projects which are not up to the mark. You are getting detached from the useless things. You don't like to gossip. You don't want anybody to talk anything which is not favorable for the company's growth, for the organization you work for. You're very, 1-point program, as we say. So you are going to be very focused on how you can enhance the company goals, how you can set those company goals, or how you can interact with people and to the point. So all that you're going to be doing when it is going to be in your 10th house, Ketu. Rahu is in your 4th house. So there is always some confusion. There is always some confusion as to if related to your 4th house, education, related to purchase of vehicle, property, happiness questioned. That is also missing. Your happiness is through the material progress. You feel that way. At the place of work, you're getting detached from everybody. You're feeling that this is what will happen with Rahu Ketu's transit. You will be feeling it already because, as per the true notes, it's already done. They have already transited there. So you're feeling these energies even more right now. So if at all you are, please mention in the comment section that you're feeling detached from the work. You're feeling quite you're very meticulous about your work. Whatever you want to do, you will do it in a very meticulous manner, but you don't want to do extra. You are getting detached. You want to spend more time with your family. Mercury is also changing signs thrice. Mercury is going to be in a Pisces, then Aries, and then finally Taurus. So this is what is going to lead to communication, initiation of education, but there is confusion because Rahu is also there, so it will confuse you. It'll always keep you in a limbo, whether you want to go ahead with it or you don't want to go ahead with it. So you decide, take a help of a counselor. Don't get carried away, without taking help of the external people or external sources. There are experts out there. And also we have, when Mercury transits here, so that is the Kal Sarpa also getting over this month. So that is positive. And also Venus is going to be, by the end of the month, that is 25th onwards, it's going to be in the exaltation sign, the 3rd house. So again, that is also very good for your, connections, social activities, pleasures, talking, interacting with people, neighbors, friends, co-workers. Communication will be fluid. There can be some harmonious atmosphere that you can anticipate also. It's a yoga karagraha after all. So you will be more expressive. You will be full of grace, tact, diplomacy here. It is a wonderful time for public relations, activities connected with promotion and publicity. You can be a pleasant and a productive contact with the media, quite likely. Okay. So I'm giving you a few dates because Jupiter is also going to be changing signs, and that is also very positive for you. Though it, when Soumya Graha, that is soft grahas, when transits through the 3rd house, they are unable to give you that kind of courage. They are not fearless planets. They're very Soumya, they're very gullible, they're very simple. They become very They are not supportive of picking and choosing some aggressive path, or impulsive path. You're not going to be that aggressive. So that is something which this Jupiter is going to tone you down with the kind of aggression you have been going through with the Mars in the first house. Sun is also going to be changing signs, and it's going to be in the Kendra, and there's an eclipse which is happening in your 4-10 axis. So definitely take care of your job. Do not quit at any cost. Do not quit the job you're currently in. If you are jobless, so it will be giving you a job after the eclipses. See, plus minus 2 months time I do take. Maybe you keep applying in the initial part, so that at least by the next month that clicks. So take whatever opportunity you're getting. Don't be very nitpicky or very choosy. Okay, so make a note of these dates. I'll just share with you. One sec. Pisces will be towards the end. I'm reading the chat also simultaneously because these are live sessions. So Yesha is going to be in towards the end. I'm on Capricorn right now. So please be patient. And also, Saturn is going to be in, it's going to be in the first house, and then lastly your second. So here you will be having some kind of travels, journeys, that is from the between this 20th, since it has transited through in the Virgo Navmansha. So this is also going to give you some kind of aggression, lot of aggression towards acquiring knowledge. You're inclined towards that, and it is going to be in Libra Navmansha as per Dr. Rao. So Libra Navmansha on the 29th of April. It's going to be in the Libra Navmansha, and Ketu is already there. So here, when Ketu and Saturn combination happens, so this is going to lead to some kind of complications at the place of work with the authorities, with the government, or with the authorities. So you have to be very, very cautiously making decisions. Capricorn natives have to be very calm when Saturn is entering the Libra Navmansha. Then it will be moving into your Scorpio. But yes, it will at least give you that kind of punctuality, that kind of meticulous approach towards your work, which you have been missing out on from some time. Okay, so that will actually tame those energies. Also, I'm giving you these dates. Make sure that you do not make decisions regarding these aspects. 1st to 3rd, this is the time. Be careful at the place of work with the co-workers. 4th, 5th, 6th, this is the time you will be having some connections with your friends, the circle that you move around in. I'll give you the remedy also. 7th, 8th, 9th is not a good time for travels, not a good time for foreign collaborations. Losses can be anticipated. 10th, 11th, 12th is the time when you can be very much inclined towards doing things for yourself. You're going to be very highly sexually charged up also, and you will be inclined towards making money. 13th, 14th, 15th is the time that you are going to get motivated to acquire possessions. So you will be making expenditures also because you want to, the income is not that great, but you are going to be very, very spendthrift. So be careful on these dates. 16th, 17th, 18th is the time when you will have some connections with the siblings, co-workers, travels, short journeys on cards. 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you can have some confusion on the home front. Changing of residence can be a little cumbersome, or maybe you make wrong choices. Make sure that you take the right decisions on the 19th, 20th, 21st about your education, about your property, landed property, vehicle. If you have to purchase, maybe you will purchase and you will not like it later. So then you can't change it. So just think twice, thrice, when you're making such major decisions, though it is a necessity these days, but still you are spending some money. So make sure that you do the right kind of things, depending on your personal chart also. 22nd, 23rd, 24th is the time when you will be having some connection with your children, with your romance, a romantic partner. You are going to be conversing with your partner. Some ex can also come back into your life. So make sure that you make the right kind of choices and right kind of decisions. On the 5th, 26th, 27th, this is the time when you can have some, 25th, 26th, 27th is the time when you can have some kind of irritation with the co-workers. There can be some kind of complications that can come up, or there can be some confusion. You might be going in for some exam, some competition, so that also can lead to some kind of definitely, you have to be careful while making decisions regarding these zones. Declutter your environment. Declutter your environment. There is a lot of clutter around you, so you have to be very clean. You have to keep your environment as if you're a king or a queen yourself. So make sure that your environment is such as well. 28th, 29th, and the 30th, this is the time when you can have some new relationship, romance, new business partnerships. You can be going in for some investments, change of place, change of job, quite likely. One second. There are eclipses happening, so be careful about those dates. And there are new moon and full moon. I'll be making the weeklies. You will get to know, of course, about the weeklies. I'll be giving you a lot of, in the weeklies, I'll be giving you a lot of clarity. And also, investments, you should actually, if you want to, just avoid, I would suggest 15th, 16th. Don't go in for heavy investments on these days. Maybe, it's like a loss for you. So make sure that these dates you figure out. All right. So coming to the next sign. For you, I have given the remedy, I think, yeah. So do the remedy, recite Hanuman Chalisa on you can recite on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Okay, it'll be helpful. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, first of all, Saturn is coming out of your 12th house. And if your moon is also in Aquarius, that means it's a peak of Saraswati that you're heading to. Okay. Now let me explain, because your Lagnesh is Saturn. So when Saturn is transiting through your first house, so this will give you a lot of hard work, delays, frustrations, but at the same time, you'll be polished, completely polished. Unless you're rubbed, you will not get that, right? So it is going to be a lot of hard work that you have to put in, and then the success comes your way. So you have to maneuver your mindset in such a manner that you are receptive and you accept these things. These things do happen. The wheel of time is sometimes in our favor, sometimes it's not. We feel that it is like a circle, so it's up or it's down. It's so you have to be accepting everything, all kinds of situations. So now the thing is that Jupiter is going to be leaving the zone of your first house, will be transiting your second. Rahu Ketu have already changed signs, true nodes, which is in your 3-9 axis. So travels are on cards. Religious activities, religious ceremonies are on cards. You are definitely going to be getting involved in something, some scriptures, occult sciences. Maybe your father's health suffers. Make sure that you take care of him. Jupiter will be in your second house. There is enhancement in your savings. You're going to be, because Jupiter is after all your Dhana Bhava Lord also, second and 11th Lord. When Jupiter is transiting your second house, so definitely it is going to enhance your income and wealth as well. Your resources, family bondings, they are going to get stronger. Mercury is going to be changing 3 signs, from Pisces to Aries and from Aries to Taurus. So this is also going to be a very important time to make decisions regarding your job change, place change, education. Deviation in education is also quite likely. Okay. In case you have to make any kind of travel plans, you can be doing that with Rahu Ketu energies there. And Sun is going to be joining this Rahu in your 3rd house. 3rd house Sun is good for courage, willpower, because it's not a Soumya Graha. So they are the Krura Grahas, right? But Sun is getting eclipsed by Rahu. So the whole, obviously, till the 15th, it's going to be in the Pisces sign, and then we'll be moving forward. So after a few days, you will be having some kind of complications with your siblings, neighbors. You will be having some communication gap. In case you are writing a book, this can give you some problems in the publishing also. Travel plans can be back and forth. So make sure that you make, plan everything wisely. Also, Venus is going to be in your second house, enhancement in financials for sure. That is towards the end, 25th onwards. But till that time, Venus is over your first house. So marriage prospects, relationship prospects on cards, in case you have to go in for some major, kind of interaction with people, you're going to be doing that as well. Okay. So I'm giving you a few dates that you have to be a little careful about your relationship, investments, litigation, loans, all that you have to be a little careful about. So I'm giving you the dates. On the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd, please make a note that this is not the right time to travel, to start anything new, anything fresh. 4th, 5th, 6th, these are very positive dates if you want to go in for some overhauling at the place of work, change of department, portfolio change, people talking to you at the place of work, collaborations happening, meetings happening, very positive. 7th, 8th, 9th, you can have some complications with your friends, the circle that you move around in. There can be some kind of break in your investments, and maybe you have to break your FDs also, maybe your fixed deposits. 10th, 11th, 12th is not that favorable phase. It can make you go housebound, or maybe you will be spending a lot of money on buying things for the female counterparts, or there can be some kind of confusion at the home front as well. Okay. Children might be leaving country and moving overseas. All right. Then we have 13th, 14th, 15th. This is the time when you will be obviously initiating everything. 16th, 17th, 18th is the time when you will be working through your financials, family. You'll be eating some sweets a lot. So you have to keep a check on your diet and your sweets, on your whatever you eat. On the 19th, 20th, 21st. Okay, so this is the time, 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you will be getting involved in some heated argument with your own people, with your neighbors, with your siblings, with your children. There can be some complications. So make sure that you do not get carried away, okay, in making decisions regarding all this, publishing a book, communicating with people around you. All that is quite likely. In case you are having some health issues, your mother is having health issues, they will get little better because Venus is in the Kendra, Jupiter is in the Kendra. From 13th onwards, Jupiter is going to be transiting your second house. That's a house of family as well. So make sure that you go in for the right kind of treatment. Maybe you have to change the line of treatment also, if at all you have to, because Ketu is also in your 6th house from your 4th. That is the house of mother. So you have to go in for some health checks for the mother as well. Also, this is for the Aquarius people, that you have to take care of your mother's health. And lastly, it will be that you have 28, 29, 30th, that you have to interact more often and be receptive to the ideas given by your co-workers. Spend more time with them, discuss the projects, discuss whatever is happening, so that you don't make any wrong decisions. They can be that you make wrong decisions related to your workplace, and then that backfires. You're going to be very punctual. You're going to be very much into solving the difficulties at the workplace during these last 3 days. The working conditions will improve. You will feel that there is some increment because of that. So you must spend good time with people. You must understand them, be more compassionate. For you, the remedy that I can assure you is do the Venus's chant, Shukra's chants, or you can wear a white sapphire, as I'm wearing. You can wear a white sapphire also, okay, if you want to. Otherwise, Saraswati chant and anything to do with your Venus's chants. You can go in for Dhanam also. You can go in for donations, donating something in black. that will be good on Saturdays. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, Jupiter is going to be out of your 12th house and will be placed in the first house. So this transit is happening on the 13th of April onwards. So this is going to be giving you, first of all, weight gain. You have to take care of your eating habits. You might just go in for some kind of investments which leads to losses, because Rahu is in your second house, and Rahu energy is not considered to be that great for the 11th house also, because it is 11th house also, because it is the Saturn which is seated there. Saturn is aspecting the first house as well. Okay, so it's all interlinked and it is going to lead to some complications. But yes, the positive thing is that Jupiter is going to be over your first house, Sun is going to be over your second, exalted, Jupiter in its own zone, Venus in its own zone after 21st, exalted zone after 25th. So it is going to be definitely giving you very positive month. This is a very positive month for you for so many reasons. So if you have to go in for your health checkup, your mother's health check, you should be doing that, because from the 4th house, 8th house has Saturn this month. It is going to be there for a long time. It has been there from a long time. Now it's going to be leaving, though it's the zone. So, but you should be taking care of your mother's health. Okay, some changes are coming your way that we can anticipate. All right, so I'm giving you a few dates that you have to be a little extra careful about. So first to the 3rd, you have to take care of your health. This is not a good time for going in for investments also. 4th, 5th, 6th is the time for travels. If you have to plan any kind of adventure trips, or you want to go in for some foreign collaborations, you should be doing during this time. 7th, 8th, 9th, confusion at the place of work. You're saying something, people are understanding something, mistakes. It is taken as mistakes, or you're not doing it, but they are taking it that way. So just lie low on the 7th, 8th, 9th. Don't go get carried away in whatever you are eating. Don't be overindulgent. Don't be overindulgent. 10th, 11th, 12th is the time when you can have some partnership business which can flourish, or maybe you will have to go in for some marriage or a marriage-like relationship. So that can also happen. Investments can happen. Some creativity is going to be at its peak. If you want to opt for some fine arts, some painting, some something to do with arts, you can be more inclined to with that. Okay, so make sure that you do not get carried away on the, especially when on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd about your investments. 13th, 14th, 15th, expenditures, so save. 16th, 17th, 18th, good dates for doing things which are positive for you. Of course, legal issues get resolved as well this year, with Jupiter transiting through your 1st house and will be looking at your 5th as well. So it is exalted. And looking at your 5th, Jupiter is going to be looking at your 5th house from there. So it is the exaltation place for him. So it is going to enhance the significations of the 5th house. Okay. And also on the, take care on the 20, let me see the dates, 10th, 11th, 12th. 10th, 11th, 12th is investments. Okay. 13th, 14th, 15th, expenditures. 16th, 17th, 18th, very positive for planning anything related to yourself, change of looks, change of place, change of maybe partner or ex coming to your life. You will be solving those issues. Creative energies are strong. Music, dance, drama, romantic association, all that is going to be at its peak on the 16th, 17th, 18th. Very positive. 19th, 20th, 21st is the time when you can have confusion in with your relationship, investments, or you can be going in for some heavy expenditures, losses. So you have to save your money during this time. You can maybe go in for some shorter route to make money also on the 19th, 20th, 21st. 22nd, 23rd, 24th is the time when you will be losing out on your courage or willpower to make decisions. So don't get carried away. communication gap with your own people can come up as well on the 22nd to the 24th. 25th, 26th, 27th. This is the time when you will be having some renovation at the home front. You're not finding time to spend time at home, maybe, with your partner, with your spouse. So you are going to be missing out on that during this time. You're feeling quite detached also, or it is by even if you don't want to, but you are detached, you're away from your people, you're not able to spend time with them. 28th, 29th, 30th, this is like, exaltation of sign of Jupiter. So you're going to be feeling those results even more, related to your progeny, related to your creativity, related to your health also. Student natives, this is a good transit for you. Okay. So I would suggest, in case you have to go in for some remedy, so you should be going in for donations of red color clothes, red color flowers to the workplace, or to the religious place, I mean, or you can serve the old, so that you are doing that charity also, humanitarian causes as well. So this is what is going to help you. You can wear a silver band also in your right hand, ring finger. Okay, you can wear it here. That will be also favorable. All right. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon sign, whichever resonates more with you, so that you have to see. Also, quickly, let me check the chat. I have been doing that in between also. So apart from the hellos, thank you so much. Okay. Could you please help me? How can I help you? Okay. Yeah, everybody has asked something personal. Thank you so much, everyone who are appreciating. I appreciate you all also. It's just a big extended family that I have, right? You are family, all of you. So you can, just thank you so much for being here. Okay, I think there are certain questions that I've already answered. Yes, we can hope for the best this month. Take care of the eclipses time. So don't make any hasty decisions during that time. Okay. So stay blessed, everyone, and have a great month ahead. A very long video this